Hi everyone, this is the March 2025 Intuitive Energy Forecast, and clearly Sky wants to be a part of it today. Hello, sweetheart. And so today, I was just sitting with this and getting a lot of imagery and information and explanation of really an overcast of what the energy is going to be doing in this next month. And it is so wild. The first image I got it reminded me of being a kid trying to get on the skateboard for the first time, and you know how it would go back and then to try to pivot to go and have it land, staying balanced. That really was this core visual for this month, which made me feel like, because if you think about getting on a skateboard, if you're not a skateboarder, and you're really aware of your body's balance, you're really aware of, oh wait, I want to go that way, I need to pivot to go that way, or adjust to shift, and it can take a lot of energy to lift the board and move. And the sense I got and the awareness I got was, this incredible excitement. It's a really exciting month. There's a lot of fast moving, but the first theme of it that really was very strong was knowing your lane. Okay, and what they mean by this, and what I'm being shown is, it's going to be so psychically loud this month between narratives, disclosures, what's happening in the world. And even though it's very, very exciting, if you don't know your lane and where you're going and what you're going towards and what your targets are right now, it is really easy to be pulled into other people's agendas, other people's what everybody else is wanting from you or wanting you to be a part of. So really reinforcing that clarity of what your lane really is, what's true for you. And also with the skateboard, that suddenly might shift. We're going to have, because of some of the resonance that have been steadily increasing, as well as new waves that are continuous that are happening, we're going to have, more spontaneous openings and the total clarity bombs of like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to live somewhere else entirely. I'm supposed to change my business. I'm supposed to be in a new relationship, whatever these are that's true for you. You may have moments of can't not see that clarity of what's really, really, really true for you. So that's one, is knowing your lane and staying in the excitement, because as we stay positive and in like a positive flow of excitement, that really helps us to stay out of confusion. When you're not sure and you're a little hesitant and trepidatious or anxious, then you're more vulnerable to a lot of other things getting you out of your lane too. So stay in your lane, super important there. Number two is pivoting and the willingness to jump tracks. So again, to go back to the skateboard metaphor, if you've ever seen a really good skateboarder and they've been able to, sometimes they go on the railing between the stairs and then they jump down and they're on a totally different path and go out. So the ability to jump tracks and pivot our course is also very, very, with those energies coming in to bring a lot of support and even endurance to make big, big changes, like moving, like choosing a different career path, choosing a different, relational changes. This is something that you're going to have to really get the logic and the intuition, the intuitive side to be really coinciding for this to have some ease to it. Because the pivoting and jumping tracks is not for beginners. This is definitely more of like a surfer or skateboarder, like really more advanced balance, really strong in your core to be able to handle doing it well and being able to really and the purpose of this is to get us where we need to be going. For some of us, the universe has been preparing a lot, and what I'm being shown is there's a lot of us that are, and it's not entirely, everything. For some, it will be everything changing, but for many, it's just new places that we're meant to be moving into career-wise or relationships to really begin to develop different parts of ourselves. And so, it's still a choice. We still, and that's part of that first piece of the clarity of what your lane is. And then from that, with your high self, your soul, things being set up, and then suddenly you might jump into even a higher trajectory of creation for a greater future, of impact for ascension, and really supporting so many others in the collective to have more ease in their journey as well. Again, very, very exciting. So the word for number 2 is really preparedness, like being prepared, anticipating if you get little nudges to prepare financially, to prepare resource-wise, to prepare with knowledge, getting your knowledge in order, or if you need support in different things. For a lot of people too, that a lot of very strong waves are waking people up. There's a strong detoxification cellularly happening for many, but there's also a lot of subtle body congestion that is really, really can be very, very intense. So getting energy healing, getting, grounding for sure, doing all the positive holistic practice, but getting support where you need it can help to kind of smooth, and we're not meant to, blast out of a cannon with this. We're meant to have an easier time, but we are also moving into more advanced energetics for everyone and the planet itself. So be prepared and ask what that is for you. And then number 3 is expanding to receive more. I just see this windfall of cash, and when I asked to see, okay, what does this mean? I see literal cash, like, if you've seen people that get in the clear boxes on the game shows and like all the money's flying around, I see literal free flow of money that's really, really positive, or unexpected flows that really can come your way. And this can be gifts, inheritance, this can be new opportunities. They're really profound to step into, and a lot of money moving and really interesting ways. And so tapping into the receiving of that. And the word they gave me, which is really interesting, was absorption. Okay. And the absorption is because a lot of times, especially with money, people have all kinds of interesting things about, they want money, but the money's kind of at arm's length. So absorbing, because abundance is not just money. Abundance is truly energy first. So as we absorb kindness, we absorb our connectedness to the earth, we absorb our core worth within ourselves, and we absorb our appreciation for our pets, for the sun warming the planet, for all of these aspects, then that's also abundance as well. But there are certainly some material supports coming in for the majority of people, as well as sort of big, not just a little bit of a raise or a break somewhere. What I was being shown is huge shifts for a lot of people in positive financial and abundant flows. And so the absorption is important, because if your money mindset and your beliefs around being worthy to have a lot of people have a lot of core beliefs that are really in conflict with that, or they just don't think it's possible. They're not connected to it. So if that's the case, and when you hear this, you kind of cringe, or you kind of have an emotional response that's negative, you may want to do some more belief digging, or I also offer a money mindset energetics session, as well as one of the sessions that I offer. So really making sure that's clean and clear, which again, excitement, preparedness, and absorption. So if you think about those 3 for the month of March, staying in the excitement, positivity, really being able to be prepared where it's relevant for you and the coming months. It's not just now. The preparedness feels like it's more of this year for sure. And then the absorption and receiving, how much support is coming in for us, what we've been maybe asking for and have maybe kind of we've moved on from, and now it's showing up. If you've ever had that, where sometimes we've asked for things and then we kind of move on, and then all of a sudden it shows up seemingly randomly. It's not, but the energetic alignment. So there's huge alignments for big fun things to happen. And certainly that core practice of balance, of really having high energetic positive stamina to to surf it all well and be on these big waves in a cool way. And that really is the name of the game. So a lot of complexity for sure, and certainly but a lot of fun too. So I hope this has been helpful. I also have a really cool offering coming on the mid-March, and that is the Starseed Global Alchemy Team series. That's going to be starting March 19th. You can find all the information about that. And that there's actually another video on my YouTube, as well as a lot of information on a webpage that has the link on it, on the information there. So check that out, see if that resonates for you. There's only a few spaces left for that class. It is a small, intimate group. And then I also have actually one space left for this next week's Sedona VIP. I will be doing a, it's a one-day offering fully in the vortex. We're going to, it would be completely customized to your energy. And again, there's another video about that also on YouTube here, as well as a webpage to explain more. So if those are of interest, those are coming up early and mid March as well. And then otherwise, just exciting times, guys. Let's stay in this positivity to the best of our ability. And when it gets intense, really pace ourselves and stay reinforced. And finding really high resonant community groups too is super, super important. And that's what this alchemy team is. It is a very high caliber, more advanced soul group that comes together, sharing our experiences, supporting each other in it. And that's really, really powerful and, invaluable at this time. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Check it all out, intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. Thank you so much for being here, and happy March, everybody.